Hey guys, Island Heat, bringing you another video from Might and Magic: Era of Chaos. So, I'm about 3 days into this game now, and if you guys watched my first video, my goal was to, make a bunch of mistakes and kind of help people get started. Well, yeah, after a few days in here, I have a really good understanding of the game mechanics and what it is we need to get done. So let me go ahead and guide you guys through it. All right, let's go ahead and start with our units. All right, so with this screen here, this screen was hieroglyphics for me. I didn't quite understand what everything meant. So things that you want to focus on in this screen are let's go to a unit that isn't leveled up yet. Let me go down to my orcs. All right. So what you'll notice here is obviously the red dots tell you that something can happen in this particular part of the menu or game. And if we were to go to, let's say, the level up portion right here, the level up portion right here pertains to the overall, level of your troop. So right now my orc is level 1, and if I hit upgrade 1, it'll move up to level 2. If I hit upgrade 5, he'll move up 5 levels to level 7. You can level up your units to whatever your actual account level is. So, for instance, I'm level 41 now. And if I were to just hit upgrade multiple times, you'll see it's going to use these little green potions up here. That's your experience. That's the overall experience you have available to power up your troops. So I'm going to use some of that. You'll notice it goes down each time I use it to level up my orcs to 41, which is my level cap. And so the more my account levels up, the more I get to level up this unit. And you need these little green potions to give you the necessary resources to perform these level ups. Okay. You'll also notice that his power level has skyrocketed as we've done this. So, things to note would be just even if you're not doing all the advanced stuff, which I'll get into, just leveling up your account and leveling up your monsters will power them up to help you get through some of the content. All right, when you go to the upgrades here, you're going to notice that he has level 1 equipment, and you'll notice that the border themselves have a white border. This is common equipment, unleveled, and so he's not getting a huge boost from this. If you were to go to, excuse me, if you were to go to my devil here, you'll see that my devil's equipment is all purple borders, level 41, and they've all been upgraded to their highest levels here. And so, let me go ahead and head back to the orc here. Where you go? Here he is. Alright, so when we go into our equipment, if I were to click on this piece right here, it tells me the equipment level, the basic stats that go along with it, and the gear augment. Well, this is telling you the resource that you need to farm in order to get this gear leveled up. So, for instance, I have the necessary gear augment to upgrade the weapon from the white border to the green border. And so to do this, I need to press the weapon I want to do this with, and you'll notice that what you need changes with each piece of equipment, and I'll hit upgrade. And so now, instead of a white weapon, it's turned into a green weapon, right? A green piece of equipment, so something that isn't common, more uncommon. And then I'll do that with the next piece here, and the next piece here. Okay? And you're going to see that once you have all 4 pieces upgraded, you hit the unit upgrade and you pay the fee here with your gold coins, and now your unit will get a small little boost in power up. Right? So it's gone from being a white bordered unit to a green unit. Okay? And so you want to do this with the units that you want to focus on, okay? And so I have the resources and been farming to be able to do this with a unit. And orcs are pretty good units. They're a super rare unit, and they're pretty tanky. So it's not a complete waste, especially if I was going to do any type of stronghold monsters. Here under relevance, you'll be able to see that they're stronghold, ranged units, and then the heroes that would mesh the best with them. But let me go ahead and upgrade their equipment one more time here. Get them into the blue. You'll notice that the items that I need to get them into the blue change, but you'll see that I have more than enough resources to get it done. All right, and from here, I go back to unit upgrade. And he has now gone from a green unit to a blue unit. And when you become a blue unit, you get access to a new skill. So for the units that you plan on using, you definitely want to get this new skill. And so when I check out this new skill, it's called cutting. You can click on the window and it tells you what the skill does. In this case, the orc adds additional damage or attack. The additional attack increased is by 300, and the unit's damage increases by 3%. And now, this orc can make your opponents bleed. And bleeding is a dot. It's damage over time. And when you use it in conjunction with other units, for instance, my green dragon here, my green dragon with his flood of poison will increase its damage to bleeding targets by 50%. That's a substantial increase in damage. And so you want to learn how to pair units that cause the bleeding with units that can take advantage of that particular DOT, that dot. I think one of the combos I'm using right now is my Firebird, who uses, who deals, whose crit hit dealt to burned units increased by 500. So I try to pair the Firebird with other units that can set other units on fire. I also have my hero uses fire magic as well. So, you know, you can see that the conjunction I'm using there is fire magic to be able to increase my Firebird's damage. Alright, let's go back to the orcs. Loading. Alright. So here at the orc, I'm going to go ahead and unlock that skill. Alright, and under the upgrade screen, these are the items you want to use to upgrade. You want to use these little green gems, these little blue gems, and you use these, and you can see that how much they increase the skill by is varies based off the overall quality of the actual gem itself. You'll pick these up during guild content, and you'll also pick them up randomly through the game. If I was going to use the orcs more, I would definitely invest in some of these skills, especially for that bleeding. But for sort of fine-tuning my forces with the resources that I have right now, I won't be going too crazy with the orcs here. Alright, here under rank up, this is the important part. So a lot of the units you get will be 1-star units. Most of them will be 2-star units, and then the really good ones are the 3-star SSR units, right? Let me try to find an example of that. Like the Nagas, 3-star SSR unit to begin with. But you'll notice here with my skeletons, this is a 1-star unit that I was able to, I got the luck to be able to pick up enough of these puzzle tokens right here, this mechanic right here, to get them up to 5 stars. And so with that 5 stars, they are now a really powerful tank unit for me. Obviously, the mistakes I made are that it turns out I'm more of a Cove user, and I'm using a lot of water-based monsters, water-based, pirate-based, and I'm also using fire units. So it's you can see some of the mistakes I've made. My army is not fine-tuned to some of the lists that I'll be showing you with the top players in my server. But with that said, you know, the intent here was for me to make the mistakes so you guys don't have to. And so a lot of what I needed to do was understand what the units do. Is the unit any good? How would I use them in battle? The content that comes up. And so what I'll be doing is I'll be showing you some of the content and some of the units that I like to use for the content, so that way you can invest a little bit more wisely. Okay. All right, but under this rank up system, this is where you use the extra pieces you receive in the game for insert unit to actually move their overall star ranking forward. All right, so here's an example right here. Let me go back to one of my lower starred units. Let's go with my pirates. All right, so my Ragnan pirates, which I just drafted, water unit. I'm going to be using them, so it's worth it for me to invest in them. You'll notice here that you have little. I think there's 10. There's 10 little openings here, and when you have enough puzzle pieces and you hit activate, it fills in one of those slots, and it fills in one of those slots with additional stats. And as you fill in these additional blocks right here, when you get enough of them to fill up the whole screen, you will actually be able to rank your unit up, move them forward in their ranking, which will increase their stats, make them more powerful. And it's what you do with your extra pieces. So I'm trying to find monster. Go away, buddy. Sorry, that's my puppy. My sprite here, I think I have enough to get her fully leveled up, so I'll just hit quick activation. Bam! So you'll get to see me fill up the entire screen, and I'm gonna hit rank up. And so now you'll see she's gone from a 1-star unit to a 2-star unit. You see all the increases in stats, and then the skill level cap is increased. And so when we go back to the overall skill levels to the orc, if I were to level up these skills, you'll see that the level 6 is the current highest level that they have access to. But when I go up here to my skeletons, you'll see that their Bone Shield, Bone Thorn, they have access to level 11. So their skills are far more powerful and can do a lot more. Alright, so as far as units are concerned, did I cover everything that we needed to? Rank up, skill, relevance. Yeah, alright, cool. Alright, so next up from units, we're going to go into our heroes. So under our heroes here, you get access to Catherine to begin with. The game will give you Ryland, and I believe we also get Luna. Right, so those are the three heroes you get. And what you'll get to do with your heroes is you'll be able to, if you go under view, you'll be able to level up their spells. And so if I want to level up Zeron's Fireball here, you need access to these little blue books, okay? And you can exchange for them, you can purchase them, they're called spell scrolls. But once you have them, these spell scrolls are how you level up these spells. And you'll notice that for each time I hit upgrade, it'll use 6 scrolls. But if you get lucky, the game will critical hit, and it'll sometimes give you 2, an extra slot. So you know it's a buy one get one, if you will. Or sometimes it'll just fully level up the skill all the way for you, which happens quite a few times. I wish it happened more when I'm at this level, but you know, now that my Fireball is leveled up, you'll see it's going to do more damage, and obviously it also continues to burn my opponent and it'll increase my overall power level. Under the evaluation here, I wrote a little snippet here because I'm using the Devil. Zeron makes your Devil more powerful with his innate passive. And then for any skins that they have available, you can also purchase skins if you do that kind of thing. I'm not the biggest skin purchaser. I don't know why. It doesn't detract from me. I just never really get around to it unless the game hands me the resources for free. So, all right. From here, you'll be able to see the specialty of the character just by clicking on the actual icon itself. And like I was telling you, he levels up the Devils. And you'll see that when you go to view and you go into his promote, when you have enough universal tokens here, you can, this is where you level up your character. And right now I have him at level 2. Would love to have him at level 3 because he makes all of my other Inferno units much stronger with the random. Because I've used a lot of different types of factions, this particular skill right here will give my Inferno units different types of attribute bonuses, which obviously, being that I'm a mishmash now would actually help my overall comp when it comes to creating my teams. All right, when it comes to mastery, this one took me a little bit. This one took me a little bit to get. And so what happens here is when you go to recommended masteries, it shows you all the overall skills that your hero can utilize. And with all these skills, some of them will power up all of your heroes. Some of them will increase your unit's attacks, and some of them are for your own hero themselves, increasing their spell recovery or reducing their cooldown for the magic that they use. And so the way this mechanic works is, let's go to a unit that I'm not. Have I messed around with Luna? Let's go to Luna. No, I added some stuff to Luna. Let's go to Lord Heart, question mark? Masteries. Alright. Right, Raiska. I haven't done anything with Roshka. Sorry, Roshka. Oh, maybe I have. Oh, alright. I was messing around with my units too much. Sorry, guys. Ryland? Question mark? There you go, Ryland. I found one. So under Masteries, what you do here is you're going to get a free refresh with these heroes. So if you hit the refresh button, you're going to get new masteries come up on the right-hand side, right? And on the right-hand side, these are going to replace the masteries on the left-hand side. So if you like any of the masteries that you wind up pulling, you hit confirm, you'll see the overall power rating increase if the skills are better. And from here, you can see the new skills that your hero has created, okay? And so if I like ranged, I can hit the lock button here, hit refresh one more time, and it's going to replace every other skill that isn't the one that you like. And so this is how you can keep re-rolling masteries until you find the right one for your heroes. Hey guys, go to your bed. Go to your bed, please. Stevie, go to your bed. Sorry, guys. It's babysitting time for my puppies. All right, and so from here, I don't necessarily need the knowledge, if I'm being honest. I just want to show that mechanic off. So let me turn that one off. Oh, no. What I'm waiting for actually are the purple skills, and when I hit refresh, I'll hit refresh again. Man, all right, I'm not getting a ton of luck here. Refresh again. All right, here's a purple skill. Expert knowledge of all heroes increases by 9. So that's a pretty good upgrade for all my heroes. Let me hit confirm. You're going to see my power rating increase because it's a good skill. I'm going to lock that one in. And now I'm going to go ahead and keep rolling for one more purple skill here. Here at the bottom, I'm using these scrolls that help me refresh my mastery. Otherwise, you can use resources. You'll use gems and gold. I mean, man, these diamonds are precious, and then the gold you can run out of it, especially when you're leveling up a lot of units like I am. So I would rather use these scrolls down here at the bottom. Hit refresh one more time. Intelligence would be good. Oh man, okay, so that's gonna make my overall magic for my heroes a little bit higher. What I'm hoping to get is a skill that has the thumbs up. You'll see it here, hopefully. Critical rate for all ranged units, that's a good one too. All defensive units. Man, alright. Well, I'm not gonna mess around with him too much. Let me hit confirm. I like what he's putting down now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and exit out of him. What I've gone to do is for the heroes I don't wind up using a lot, which I'm only really using 2, I try to give every other hero that I have the global masteries, so their passives will increase every hero. So, you know, it makes the magic better for the heroes that I am using. So Zeron is the hero that I'm mainly using here. I wrote my evaluation on him. Skin. Cool. All right. We've covered all the units and heroes here. And then as far as inventory or formation is concerned, let's go to formation. This is where you can set up your overall army. And things that I've learned through basic gameplay would be that your army comp is going to matter. You may not have a bunch of good defensive units, the ones with the shield. You may wind up with a bunch of casters. You may wind up with a bunch of ranged DPS, which is the green icon here, like the wood elves, the green shooter icon. The casters or your attackers right here with the swords crossed. You have charging units right here, like my knights. So, Robert plays here. I can. But yeah, how you set up your formation is going to really dictate how you win certain battles. Sorry about that. Where was I? Sorry about that. When I go into the arena, for instance, you'll see here rank number 46, and that's because of just I think my army comp is pretty legit, and yeah, I'll battle somebody who technically has a higher power level than me. All right, looking over their particular formation here. This is how I have my units aligned. I have one of my more powerful tanking units taking on his charger, which is the blue icon. And I have my own personal charger, my Shark Tamer here, one of the more meta units. Come on, buddy, come out and play. Attacking their top line here with my Green Dragon. Alright, and so I have most of my defensive units blocking off the portion, walling off the portion of the battle that I want to sort of put on a stalemate, and then I'll have my other charging units run right through. When you're in arena, you don't get too much say over what your army does, if I remember correctly. Yep, it's played on auto. So depending on how you set up your formation, if you set it up correctly, if you remember, he has a much more powerful army than me. About $70,000, $70,000, or 70,000 point higher powered army than me. But if I did my comp right and my formation correctly, then hopefully what's happening here is you'll notice that my army seems to be bringing home the bacon. We should be able to deliver this victory because my formation was able to break through theirs. And now my sharks and my devils are doing work. I got my tanky little turtle, and I should have this win in hand. And so this was against a player who technically is ranked higher than me, who had a more powerful army than me. But because the formation matters, how you set up your army matters, I was able to move up. And so even though I am easily the least powered person up here in the top 50, I mean, you'll notice that because of my formations and I think how you set up your army, you can definitely push your rank forward. And yeah, hopefully that was a really good example for you guys of how that one worked. All right, where else? There's so much content, so I'll do a separate video on the content itself, because this one's running 23 minutes long. Let me get back into just basic mechanics you want to remember. So that was the formations. We already went into that. Privileges. The game will hand you privilege points. As you get those privileges, what you get to do will increase. When you get to the privilege level of Viscount, you'll get more max energy. You get some experience return. You can purchase more gold. And you get these privileges by basically just doing your daily missions. Where are my daily missions here? Missions. By doing these daily missions, you'll power up these chests down here at the bottom, and these chests will give you your privilege points. All right, and just privileges are more bonuses when we do the new start to the day. All right, and last but not least, obviously there's a lot of content up there to see. All right, anything else we should know about here? Let me just start with some pointers then. As far as the altar is concerned, this is where we go to summon units. The tendency is going to be, you want to summon a lot of units, and you want to fill up your screen with all these powerful units. And like in any gacha game, yes, this mechanic is at the core of it. You will need to you will need to summon to get the units. Stop, Stevie, stop. But my advice to you would be don't use these diamonds. These diamonds I have found are actually way more useful for purchasing energy refills, for purchasing items that the game gives you through your quests, than to just keep pouring them into summons. Obviously, if you love it and you want to summon monsters, I get that. You know, it's kind of like going to the slot machine at the casino. I mean, you know, it's not guaranteed you're going to get anything good, but you want the excitement of it. So I get it, but the most efficient use for your diamonds is actually for purchasing energy, because the energy will level up your account, which will help level up your monsters, which will then help you push further through the game. And so if you are using all of your diamonds to summon monsters, I mean, hopefully you get a really powerful one, a really good one. But you know, the game will give you enough keys that you'll be able to, you know, to summon something else. But obviously, let me go ahead and end this game with a summon on my end. I'm going to purchase some keys. It's 2,700 diamonds, so it's not cheap to summon. And I'll purchase one set of 10. Let's go ahead and let's do a summon for you guys. And picked up some more monks. Picked up a Gog. Null. And Gremlin. So I know the game makes a big show of showing you the sort of top tier units, for their particular ranking. For where I'm at the game and what I'm kind of hunting for, this was not the best summon whatsoever. So like I said, that's 2,700 diamonds I could have put towards refilling my energy. 2,700 diamonds that I could have put towards any other bits of the content of the game. One of them in particular, that's my favorite, is the guild portion of it. Let me go ahead and enter the guild here. Shout out to my guild, Dioxys. What's up, guys? This is the funnest portion of the game for me. I'll get into it with the content, but yeah. So with that said, this is where I'd rather use my energy recharges. All right. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here as far as sort of basic mechanics of the game and your units, and then I'll go ahead and I'll do a video of the gameplay. All right, guys. Happy New Year. Stay safe. Please like and subscribe if this content is helping you out at all. And yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll produce more videos here in a bit. All right, you guys. Take care.